Hey everybody, welcome back to Fab Daddy TV. Even though you can't see me, I'm your host Fab Daddy, and I'm coming to you in the dark for our first ever Tool Tuesday because my first tool is a flashlight. Boo! Just kidding. Yeah, as you can see, what I have here is a light bar, LED light bar. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here just a second. I'm going to go up to the other end of the shop where there's a little more light so we can put a little more light on the subject. Hang on just a second. Hey, that's illuminating. Welcome back. Yeah, what I have here is a Braun 390 lumen folding rechargeable slim bar magnetic light. It's three settings. Bright, which is 390 lumens. Low is 109, and there's a little flashlight on the end, which is great for getting down into tight little areas, like you got a little gap that, you know, put the light down in there and you can see, and it is 52 lumens. You pick this up at Harbor Freight. They run about $30 to $35, but if you watch sales, you can get them down around 20 to 25 sometimes. So I love this light so much. I have 4 of them. I've got, this is my good one. This is one that's usually in the house. Usually have one out here in the shop, 1 or 2 here in the shop, 1 in the truck. And depending on time of year, sometimes if it's the summertime, I'll leave 1 in the camper so that it's great for camping. Not necessarily while we're camping, but setting up, especially if we get there in the dark. It's got a magnetic base. I'll just clamp it right on the back bumper of the camper as I'm backing into the site, so I have some light behind me. Yeah, let's go over some features. As you can see, like I said, it's got 3 settings: high, low, flashlight. Folds here in the middle, so you can go either way. This part pivots. Let me see. It's got a charging port and a magnetic base. Now, let me tell you about this magnet. This magnet base is awesome. Here, 1/4-inch plate. This thing's about 14.5 inches long by 5 inches wide, and it's holding it. Okay, maybe you can't shake it around so much, but it picks it up and it holds it no problem. Like I said, while I'm camping though, I carry some of these little plates around with me, and I'll just clamp it right there. So if I need to see the ground where I'm going, clamp that down. The plate holds the light upright on the ground, and I can see behind me, see around if I got like a rock or something I'm trying to back around or something, or even in the backyard if I'm working outside the shop here at night, and it's getting dark. I'll clamp this either on a plate, or the beauty of having a metal shop. See? That's on high. We're at the opening of the shop, so what I'll do is I'll close the door. It lights up the whole shop. So that's how bright this thing is, and it's awesome. Open that back up. This thing's so bright. I love this thing so much. Like I said, I have 4 of them. I bought one for my dad for Christmas. I also bought one for my father-in-law and brother-in-law. Funny thing was, my father-in-law and brother-in-law opened them up at the same time, and almost instantaneously they hit the light and blinded themselves at the same time. It was hilarious. Everybody laughed. It was a good time. Anyway, it comes with its own charging cable. As you can see, it doesn't come with a charger, but everybody's got a ton of extra chargers laying around. What else? Yeah, it's rechargeable. Don't have to worry about batteries. Runs for quite a while. This says up to 11 hours 39 minutes. If you run on high, it doesn't last that long. I've had it running for 6 hours on high before, and it was still working. And what happens is, if it does run, if you have it on high, it'll turn itself off. If you click it twice, it'll turn on to low and run for a little while longer. Not real long, but if you're like 5 minutes away from getting your project finished, it'll get you through that. Oh, there was something else I was gonna say. Now I don't remember. Yeah. So yeah, head down to Harbor Freight, pick one of these up. Oh yeah, the magnet. Some of you know, those of you that know me, I work on school buses during the day, and I was working under a bus one day, had this clamped up on the frame of the bus while I was working on something, and as I've known to do, I forgot it under the bus. And I was looking for it 2 days later. 2 days later, I was looking for it. And I was like, oh shoot, I think the last, not this one, my other one. And I remembered, oh shoot, I used it on that school bus. I walked out to the bus lot. 2 days later, this bus had run 4 routes. 2 morning routes, 2 afternoon routes. Since I left it under there, it was still clamped on the bottom of the bus. And it wasn't like a bus that just drives around town. It was a long distance bus that runs out in the country on gravel roads, and the light was still there. That's how strong that magnet is. So if you clamp it to something, it's not going to come off. So like I said, head on down to Harbor Freight. And hey, if anybody from Harbor Freight's listening and want to send me some more product to try out, or want to sponsor an episode of our Tool Tuesday, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Or if anybody has any questions or anything, contact me. Like I said, go ahead and comment below. While you're there, go ahead and click like and subscribe. Hit the little bell to let you know when a new video comes out. And or you can contact me at fabdaddy@gmail.com. So that's it for our first Tool Tuesday. Hopefully I have something lined up for you next week. See you then.